Akhand Bharat. In this vlog channel, I usually talk about India's international relations and international affairs. So it makes total sense for me to talk about Akhand Bharat, even if it comes at a risk of people thinking that I'm trying to copy someone specific.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, अखंड भारत.
Akhand Bharat means undivided India, and it includes areas that came under the direct or indirect control of Indian rulers or were under strong influence of Indian culture during different points of time. Now it makes sense for some countries to be part of Akhand Bharat, such as Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Nepal, because they were a part of India since 2600 BC during Harappan civilization till 1947 when the British partitioned the area. Sri Lanka, Bhutan and Myanmar can also be considered a part of Akhand Bharat because they have had strong influence of Buddhism from the Ashoka period. And Sri Lanka has always been under indirect control of the Pandya kingdom in the south. So people are really surprised when someone says that Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore and Indonesia should also be part of Akhand Bharat. Actually, these four countries were under strong influence of the Chola king Rajaraja Chola in 9th century AD. Therefore, you see a strong influence of Indian culture in Southeast Asian countries today. You can go to anywhere in India and ask this question: should Akhand Bharat exist? The most probable answer would be yes, because it is very difficult to erase 4 millennia of history, culture and human connections in just 75 years. And frankly, who wouldn't want the freedom to live and work anywhere in the world? I personally would like to visit Mohenjo-daro and Harappa in Pakistan, visit the remains of Bamiyan Buddha in Afghanistan, and have a great time in Singapore. Everyone wants an Akhand Bharat. So the big question now is Akhand Bharat a good idea? Right off the bat, an undivided India will make Bharat the most populous country in the world, with a population of more than 2 billion people. Now, it doesn't take a scientist to guess that Akhand Bharat will be the most populous country in the world. But wouldn't India's area increase too, therefore making more room for more people? I thought that too. So I calculated the total surface area of undivided India by adding the total surface areas of 11 countries mentioned before. And here's what I found. An undivided India will be the world's 5th largest country, with a total surface area of more than 7.8 million square kilometers, therefore making it bigger than the entire Australian continent. But unfortunately, in this case, a larger surface area doesn't mean more place for people to live in. In Akhand Bharat, 29% of the world's population will be living in just 1.5% of world's total surface area. And in reality, this area is even smaller, because most of the areas of an undivided India will be filled by agricultural lands to feed such a large population, and rest of the areas will be uninhabitable due to difficult terrain, such as forests, mountains, deserts and wetlands. And living conditions of people in South Asia today is no secret. Now, everything I just said makes the idea of Akhand Bharat seem very bad already. So let me spoil it further for you. A large population living in such a small piece of land is a problem. But the problem pales in comparison when we consider what will happen when these people migrate. Human migration is caused by 2 factors: push factors and pull factors. Push factors are all the bad things that forces a person to leave their home, such as unemployment, conflict, natural disasters such as tsunami and cyclones, and difficult terrain such as mountains and forests. Pull factors, on the other hand, are all the good things that attracts a person to a particular area, such as good infrastructure, good healthcare facilities, education, fancy restaurants, clubs and all the pretty things. If Akhand Bharat was to become a reality today, many people from Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Myanmar would migrate to India and Singapore for better opportunities, better lifestyle and safety. In the long run, in about 70 to 100 years, many people from Singapore, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Thailand and Indonesia will migrate to mainland India due to rising sea levels because of global warming. As a result, putting too much strain on India's resources and its already strained infrastructure. And needless to say, Akhand Bharat will have a huge law and order and civil war problem considering the security situation in our neighboring states. And because of disparity in development of South Asian and Southeast Asian region, having an Indian Union or a South Asian Union today is not a good idea either. But the biggest challenge Akhand Bharat has to face is not its high population or disparity in development or all the issues that comes with human migration, but just one thing: oil. An undivided India will have lots of resources: copper from Pakistan, gold, silver and rare earth materials from Afghanistan, jute and timber from Myanmar and Bangladesh, coal and steel from India, and all the forest and marine resources from Southeast Asian countries. And yes, all of these resources will be under immense pressure due to high population. And an undivided India will have to import a lot of raw materials to keep up with the demand. But one resource that entire South Asia and Southeast Asia lacks is oil. India imports 98% of its oil from abroad. Pakistan, Malaysia, Myanmar and Indonesia have some oil reserves, but they are not enough to support a country of 2.2 billion people. And a country with the world's largest population who wants to bring millions of people out of poverty and become a global superpower cannot depend on foreign oil to run its vehicles and economy. And those of you who say that Akhand Bharat will be great because there will be no wars and all the money that is used to buy weapons now will be used in human development, well, welcome to international relations. And Akhand Bharat will be in constant conflict with China because China wouldn't want India to develop and succeed. And this time the war will not only be on land but also in sea. Today, Chinese ships have to pass through Southeast Asian countries to access its European and African markets. Similarly, the oil that comes to China from Middle East passes through Southeast Asian countries. And a strong Indian naval presence in the region will be a constant threat to the security of China. Moreover, the probability of a conflict between Russia and India will also increase because India and Russia will be competing for influence in Central Asian countries. So will we never be united? Will we never be able to go on a road trip to Balochistan or chill out at the beaches of Bali? Well, the one thing history teaches us is that in international affairs, anything is possible. Who would have thought 75 years ago that a Europe that was always fighting with each other will one day be united as one? Yes, Akhand Bharat can be a reality. But the thing is, it's just not a good idea. So what about an Indian Union or South Asian Union? This way people can freely live and work across borders and states wouldn't have to worry about all the issues that I just mentioned. Yes, a South Asian Union or an Indian Union is a good idea, and it will come to fruition when India, along with all its neighboring states, become developed countries with a declining population rate and high standards of living. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming over to my vlog. I'll see you soon.